2.6 turned in. That was your homework, so make sure it's turned in, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me just ask you something real quick. Didn't, I'm looking for this one page, and I know I have it, but I can't find it. So, like...
Well, ask me
Oh,
one.
it's right here. It's right here.
What?
1.8. I just need to finish it real quick. I just have one more.
Make sure your names are on them, please, before you turn them in.
I can't erase it because it's in pen.
Okay, today we're going to be talking about more about amazing mammals. Today we are talking about the carnival of carnivores. Okay? They don't do this a lot nowadays, but how do you know? How did they used to advertise that a circus was in town? Josiah? Maybe you guys don't know this. I don't know. What? Well, by pictures, but there's always something like a day or two before a circus. Hang on. Yes, sir.
I was just giving you these. These are to go home today.
Okay.
Fall fundraiser stuff.
Okay.
Hey, I thought this here didn't work. It feels wonderful.
Oh, it feels good in
I'll
here.
pass those out, Mr. Brown.
Friday it was bad though.
Can I pass them out, please?
All right. You guys have a good day.
No, here, give them to me.
Please?
Give them to me.
Yeah.
Give them to me. Josiah. You already.
I'm not your buddy.
You
I'm
pa-
not
you
your little
passed-
Timmy
you-
anymore, Mr.
You passed
Brown.
the other ones out. Sit down.
Not your little-
Sit down. Sit down. Okay. Used to be, and especially in smaller towns, I guess. Maybe this is where I've seen it or heard about it, whatever. But what used to happen about a couple days before the circus got started? Ariel? Okay.
Practice.
Goes along with Josiah's pictures and all that. No. Shane? No. But that's a good indication. Okay, if you see that, something's up. What they used to do was they used to take part of the animals, part of the circus, and they would parade it downtown, down through the streets, where everybody would come out and see the animals, and that gave them the encouragement or the whatever you want to call it, excitement, to build the excitement of that. Well, that's kind of along the line what we're talking about is a carnival of carnivores. Okay? That yeah, it's working good. Okay, so the amazing contrasts between all of the mammals. Okay? And this is the carnival part. When you see a carnival, it's got what? All the lights and different rides and just different things, different booths where you can spend all your money, okay? And waste all your money on cheap items, okay? But it's all different things. Gavin. No.
Like, go up, so they're not a glare.
Yes, but she has a glare back there. There's a problem. That's why she keeps moving it.
No, I put them up. Somebody put them down.
You put him down?
I put them down here.
Well, it's all on his desk if we put him down. Okay? So if you can't see from over there the screen, I can't move it too much. I can't move it at all. Okay? Shh. So if you need to get up out of your seat to see what's on the screen, that's fine. Okay? Okay, so amazing contrast. So first of all, carnivores are of different sizes. Okay? As we've been talking about all the carnivores, the different ones, the cats, the felines, and the different sizes of the felines, and then we talked about the canines, and we talked about the different sizes of those canines. We went from the big dog, which is what the just right at the dogs. What's the biggest dog? Not a Great Dane, but the other one. Okay. Well, no, we'll take the Great Dane because it is a big dog. The Great Dane against the what? The small one. Chihuahua. Okay. So you see, we've talked about that. We've talked about the different rodents. What's the largest rodent?
The mouse.
No.
The myth.
Starts with a C.
Capybaras.
There you go. Capybara. What's the smallest? The mouse. Okay. Carnivores, they eat meat, but yet some of them eat plants. Okay? We always think about a carnivore as a meat-eating animal. Okay? But there are some that eat plants too. Okay? A bear is one. A bear loves berries. Okay? Sometimes a bear will eat bark off of a tree. Okay? So there are animals out there that will eat both meat and vegetation. Tony, question? Bears eat what? Honey. Okay. Good. Good. At least you're reading. Ariel? Can they eat steak? Usually raw, because they're just tearing into a carcass, and they may be starting at the rump roast, and then they may go to the sirloin steak part of a cow. So it's all raw, but yeah, they'll eat it. So if you have I was just kind of being a little silly with that, but a little funny, but if you lived around where bears might be, in the hills, mountains, whatever, and you were cooking steaks, and you went and you had an open grill, didn't have one that covered up, and you went inside for a while, and then all of a sudden this bear showed up, he's going to take your food. Yeah, definitely. Whatever's on that grill, he's going to take. Okay? Third, carnivores live in a variety of places. Okay? Where do mice live? They do live in your house. That's true. Okay?
Not my
Yes.
house.
Shh. Quiet. Okay. Okay. Where do cats live? Felines. Emma?
Some of them live in the forest, and some that aren't wild live in the house.
Okay. Where do dogs live? Where do the canines live? Ariel? Okay. Where do wild dogs live? In the woods, Africa, in the prairie, the plains mainly. Okay. Other countries. So they live in various places. Where, since we've been talking about them quite a bit, where do bears live? Where would you normally go to see a bear? Tristan?
Forest.
In the forest? Tony? Okay. In the zoo, though. Okay, let's go a little bit with that. In the zoo, how do the zookeepers make up their pen area?
Oh, caves.
Okay? A lot of times in the cave type dwellings. That's where bears like to live, in caves. They hibernate there. Okay? Adam? Oakland, California, you mean?
Oak Glen.
Oak Glen. That's what I said.
Up there.
I know.
No, that's Ukaipa.
No,
Oak Glen.
I'm pointing that way.
No, Mr. Mom, you're pointing ahead.
I'm pointing that way.
You're pointing up. Oak Glen.
I'm not pointing up. That's heaven. I'm pointing over there.
That's Ukaipa, Mr. Brown.
No,
If I were to
Ukaipa's
walk 1,000 miles over there.
Ukaipa's that way.
Ukaipa's that
Oak
way.
Glen's that way.
Yeah, Oakland's that way.
That's what I said.
Listen to the teacher, Adam. It's right there. No. Adam,
Okay. So, they live in various areas. So, let's talk a little bit more about them. I want you to look at this picture real close.
Scary. That looks fake.
Who does this really look like?
Tristan.
Thank you. No, not Tristan. Adam. Okay.
I'm not that hairy.
No, but the face fits. Okay. And it's not because you're a little teddy bear.
No.
Okay. You're a grizzly bear. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of grizzly bears,
Oh my god.
grizzly bears can be peaceable. Shh. Generally, when we think of bears and grizzly bears, we think of this ferocious animal. Okay? And they can be, proper time, they can be ferocious. Okay? What makes a bear angry? Josiah? Okay, when you're bothering it. Okay? Gavin? Okay, when you're around its cubs, especially the mama bears. Shane? When you take its food. Okay, yeah. I dare you to try to do that, but yeah. When you throw a rock at it, okay, it's going to get mad, definitely. Ariel? Okay, when you go take it. If you get into their territory, where they like to live, they aren't going to like that. Matter of fact, they're going to defend it as much as they possibly can.
Their food?
Okay? And so if you're, like up in Alaska, if you're out fishing and it's the bear's fishing hole,
They're gonna kill you.
they're going to probably chase you away so that you aren't getting their food. So that goes along with the food aspect. Okay? But they are peaceable animals. Okay? Shh. Or they can be. Okay? That generally run away when a man approaches. So if a man approaches, generally, unless you're disturbing them, they will walk away. Okay? Yes.
Are bears fast?
They can be.
I could probably outrun
I don't think so. I honestly don't think so.
I'm not that slow.
Okay. I didn't say that. I just don't think you could. Okay. Now, when they get ferocious, and have Adam sit down.
I'm just trying.
Okay. When a bear attacks, okay, what is the best thing to do? It is not to run.
I know.
Okay? Tony?
Like, run away.
No, I just said don't run.
You walk away. You go like this. Your back.
Okay? Well, maybe. You do that more with a cat or something.
You
A
throw
feline.
food at
Adam, you got your hand up?
No.
Okay, Tristan? You play dead.
But then they'll eat.
Okay? And by playing dead, you what? You roll up into as tight of a ball as you possibly can. Okay? And you protect your front area because that's where your vital organs are. Okay? You protect your face, you protect your chest, your body, your area, so that they can't dig into it. Okay, and you play dead. Okay, generally that bear is going to walk away. There may be cases that it doesn't. Okay, but you play dead because it's not interested anymore. Emma?
Also, if you stay still and don't move a muscle, it'll leave you alone.
Okay, that's playing dead. Yep,
Would it-
exactly.
Is that what
Let's
that
move on.
says?
Wouldn't it like if you
Let's move on.
Is he playing dead? Is he playing dead? What should we
There's some characteristics of polar bears. Okay, first of all, you start out with the black skin.
black?
Okay, underneath, I don't want to hear that word. Okay, just because I said the word black is not, I don't want to hear the word racist, and I heard it. I don't know who said it, but that's the last time I want to hear it. Now, if you ever, any picture of a polar bear that you see, okay, it has the dark roots, okay? It's not totally white, okay? It has a tendency to be on the yellower side, okay? And that's mainly because of the dirt that it, lives in and so forth, gathers up. But down below that white fur, we can say, is what they have is a black skin. Okay? Now, the only chance you're going to get to see like this picture is by this polar bear has probably been tranquilized so that they can examine it and maybe tag it somehow. But that's the only way you're going to get close to a polar bear like this, okay, to see its black, its actual skin underneath that fur. The fur, it's water repellent, and it camouflages them, okay. I don't have the camouflage going on here. I'm focused mainly on the waterproof. But a lot of times in the woods, you won't see a bear until he's right upon you. Okay? And he's after you because you're in his territory. And guys, that's the biggest thing. His territory may include, as what we were saying, someone said the cubs. There may be cubs around. Okay? He may be thinking that you are there to take his food, and he doesn't want that to happen because he's got to live. Okay? There's a variety of reasons why he would be there camouflaged, and you wouldn't see him until you either heard him coming or he's right there behind you. Okay?
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
why does he have blood on his face?
Probably because he just ate some flesh-eating thing.
What do you think he ate?
Probably a fish.
Or humans?
He's in the. Okay?
Or humans?
No. Okay, so the fur. It's water repellent and it also helps them with the camouflage. Not sure if that's supposed to be fiber or not. Doesn't sound right.
Clear
Okay.
hollow fiber.
Anyway, reflects light and allows light to pass through its skin. Okay? Have you ever held a flashlight up to your hand?
Yeah.
What happens?
Your hand turns red.
Okay? You can see the light coming back out here, right? That's the same way with the bear skin. Okay? It's clear or it's hollow so that you can see it. Okay? How does a bear stay warm in the wintertime?
It hibernates.
Okay, we did say that. We did say that, but I'm thinking more specific. Okay? Landon?
His fur?
Well, nope. You're close. Shane?
Like close up in a ball.
Okay, and we did talk about that. Leave it alone. We did talk about that. Um, as it hibernates, it does curl up in a ball to stay warm. That's true. We did say that. But why does it eat so much, especially before it hibernates? Adam? Adam?
Yeah. Oh, I'm stretching.
Eat Emma?
They eat up so they're not starving and wake up during the winter. So, and they have to scavenge for food, even though there's barely any food during the winter.
Okay. And so they're eating all this food. It's turning into what? To fat. Okay. And they're living off that fat as they hibernate. So their blubber, because of the fat, becomes an insulation for them in the wintertime, in the cold weathers. Okay? That's how a polar bear can survive in those Arctic tundras up there. That's how a bear can survive in the cold winters. Okay? Because of its blubber that it has underneath its fur and skin. Okay? We're going to stop there. Yeah, I know we don't have that many left. I want to make sure we get done for time. And so we're going to split this into, well, hang on. Let's just see what we can do here real quick. Okay, see if we can finish this lesson today. It's a shorter one. Okay, so the blubber helps with the insulation. It has small ears. And the reason they're small, they don't freeze as much. An elephant could not survive in the cold weather because of its ears. Okay? He uses those ears, an elephant does, to keep himself cool. Okay? And as a fan, to keep the bugs off of him too. Well, in the wintertime, he wouldn't be able to do that. His ears would probably freeze. And so, in this case, the bear has small ears so that they don't freeze. And look how thick those are on that picture. They are pretty thick ears, okay? Just like the rest of his fur, okay? The seventh one, they do have a streamlined body, okay? Every time you see a grizzly bear, you think this huge fat animal. Well, they're not always that fat, and if you take off the fur, like when you shave a dog, give him its haircut, the dog always looks so much skinnier. Same way with the bear. It has the webbed feet, okay? That helps him with the swimming, okay? That he can swim long distance, okay? And survive. And not have to worry about land at that point, okay? So, excuse me, those are just some of the characteristics of bears. Another bear that we could talk about is the giant panda. Okay. This is one of the most rarest animals. Matter of fact, it's hard for pandas to reproduce in a zoo because they don't have their natural surroundings, their natural habitat. Okay? And so where would you find a panda? Asia? Okay. More specifically, Landon? China. Okay. I know, but I said more specifically. Okay. Emma?
And they live in a bamboo forest.
Okay. Okay. Now, as your note said, there's only about 1,500 left alive today. Okay. That's an estimate. Zoologists are trying to preserve them, trying to gain more pandas by reproduction of them, but it's tough. It's really tough. And the reason there's not so many of them is generally a panda will only give birth to one cub. Okay? Sometimes it's two. But a lot of times if it gives birth to the second one dies because it only feeds the first one. Okay? Or only one of them. Okay? So it's really hard for the reproduction of pandas to keep going and to build that 1500. Okay? And that's why they're the rarest type of animal. Their food, as Emma just said, is 90% of it is bamboo. Okay? And that's why you basically will see them more in China area because that's where bamboo grows the best. Okay? Okay, so we did finish that relatively quickly. Your homework just tonight is to read 56 to 58. Okay? No worksheet tonight. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready to go home.
Can I take out the trash?
Yes and yes.
I'll go with you and Shane can do the trash.
Yes.
I was too before landed.
What?
I was too before landed.
I thought that was you.
No, that was landed.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Gianni. Just got sidetracked. So that's going to conclude. Excuse me. That's going to conclude the lesson today. So we'll pick this up on tomorrow. So have a good evening. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.